Greetings and welcome to another session with Good Vibes Book Club. This is where we discuss a motivational book each and every week. We are currently discussing a book by a well-known motivational speaker and life coach by the name Anthony Robbins. This week we discuss his book, Awaken the Giant Within. And in this session, we are looking at his views on how everything we do is either to gain pleasure or to avoid pain. Okay? You can get your own copy of his book, by the way, on Amazon, and the link is shared in the comment section below. In his book, we also learn how we are able to create with our words, and that the choice of words that we use can determine the impact of certain experiences in our lives. Pain is something that we naturally don't want in our lives because it is uncomfortable, right? And it takes away our joys in life. On the other hand, pleasure is something that we naturally want in our lives because it is pleasant and it brings the joys in our lives. When you talk of life metaphors, these are words we use to describe our life experiences in our lives. So this is the words that we will be using to describe things happening in our lives. So first, with the life metaphors, Tony shares that if you don't like the results you are getting in your communication with others, then take a closer look at the words that you are using. Do you exaggerate life issues to their worst? Do you always expect the worst? And are you implying with your words that things won't get any better? Are you getting surprised that they don't? Sometimes it's not what you're saying, but how you are saying it that actually makes a difference. So take a closer look at the words that you are using and see if they, in any chance, could be the cause of some of your frustrations. Are you drowning in debt, or are you making some financial changes? Is your head about to burst with frustration, or do you need to calm down and recollect your thoughts? Have you reached a dead end, or are you at a crossroads? Is life a bowl of cherries or a never-ending battle? Is it a game or a bottomless pit? The kind of descriptions you make will affect the experiences that you encounter in life. So do yourself a favor, do not exaggerate, okay? Do not make them bigger than what they already are. This reminds me of two global metaphors which Tony shares. He reminds us of a stonecutter. Okay, the first one is a stonecutter who tries to cut open a giant boulder. Okay, this is now a massive, huge rock. He starts to hit hard with his hammer, and no matter how hard he hits, nothing seems to happen. The big rock doesn't seem to be the least affected by his effort. This he continues 100 more times, 200 more times, 1,000 more times, and sometimes even more with no apparent effect on the rock. Onlookers and bystanders may even ridicule such apparently meaningless efforts till suddenly one final hit divides the rock in half. In life, you have to believe that greatness is possible even when you don't see its current effects, even when your current situation is not great. You need to believe that things can get better. You do that by setting the right life metaphors as well in your life. The second global metaphor he shares is in form of a caterpillar who is familiar with its current environment. Okay, it's used to using legs and dining in what is available to its sphere of life. All its life, this caterpillar grows in this kind of environment, and it knows no other life other than what it has been exposed to all its life. Till God transforms it, okay, starts working a miracle in its life and transforms it from the caterpillar to a butterfly with wings and gorgeous colors. It is important to note that the caterpillar no longer needs its many legs. It now will fly with its wings. The environment it started with, or it doesn't even need the cocoon wherein its transformation occurred. As it sets off to a whole new world, never previously imagined, it has to believe that greater things are ahead, even if the untransformed caterpillars will be saying otherwise. Most beliefs are formed by words, and they can be changed by words as well. Simply by changing your habitual vocabulary, simply by changing the words you consistently use to describe the emotions in your life, you can instantly change how you think, feel, and about most things in your life. Tony also uses biblical reference to show that the first medium of creation used was words. In the beginning was the Word, John 1 verse 1, and all what we see all around us began with God declaring with His word, "Let it be." And there it was. As beings who are of the image of God, we also have the power to create with our words. So be careful what you say with your words. Be careful what words you out of your mouth, because what you say can come to existence. Tony also challenges his readers to a 10-day transformational vocabulary challenge, wherein you strictly speak words that empower you, and you keep to this for 10 days. If any challenge comes your way, which by the way, it will, you focus your mind on the solution, okay, and not allow yourself to be absorbed by the challenge and its negative effects. Don't anticipate negativity, but focus on the solution. Failing to do this means you have to start again on the first day. Okay, I tried this challenge with a friend of mine, and though we both failed at first, okay, we tried until we managed to at least have 10 consecutive days. We both also agreed that it was such a worthwhile experience. It was worth the positive impact that it left in our lives. We also learn of how the most difficult decisions, they require that you are able to believe that you can accomplish things. Tony explains that pain and pleasure are our body's way to form memories in our nervous system, and that they are formed by conclusions we draw from certain experiences and can be changed by the decisions that we make. Henry David Thoreau says, "Things don't change, we change." Okay? Things around you will not change, but you will change. The habits we have, for example, we were not born with them, but we formed them. And as much as we can form them, we can unform them as well. Anytime you experience a higher dose of pain or pleasure, your brain will search for the cause so it can remember, okay? It will search for anything that is different, for a pattern and something that seems to be happening simultaneously with how you are feeling. And to this, your brain will associate the pain or the pleasure. And when such occurs again in your life, your brain will immediately remind you, okay, of the memories of the pain or the pleasure, with intention to help you act more accordingly. So next time you want to change your course, associate pain with not changing and pleasure with changing. Your brain will help you remember. We learned that it's best to not rely on your brain's conclusions, however, but that you make a conscious decision on what you want to do in your life. And this is how. Number 1, decide what you want to accomplish in your life and what's preventing you from accomplishing it right now. And then associate massive pain to not accomplishing it right now, and associate massive pleasure with accomplishing it right away. And through this, you'll have better control of your life as well. And that's just a sample on the many truths and detailed explanations which are shared in this book. Do share your findings while reading Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. Did you try the 10-day challenge? Okay, how was it like for you? Did you manage to finish, 10 consecutive days? That's awesome. Were there any habits that you broke from, where you associated massive pain to keeping them, and massive pleasure to breaking away from them? We will definitely like to hear from you and what your experience was like. And you know what? There's also Reawaken the Giant Within, and you can get a link also shared if you want to get that copy as well. Also a brilliant read. It's shared in the comment section below. Well, thank you so much. It has been an awesome experience, okay, sharing this. I'd like to hear how your experience was also like reading the book, okay? And let us definitely meet again in the next summary of the same book, okay? Take care. See you next time.